Hello traders, this is day number 11 of the small cap market open trading test. Now I've taken 20 trades at this point, all with real money. We're just trading with one single share until we prove this plan profitable or unprofitable. So let's take a look at the screener first and I'll show you how I pick the stocks to take the trades. So I use my small cap screener. Make sure you click those three dots, click modify, otherwise the filters do not get applied. Organize the list by volume, and then I'm just looking at the stocks that are moving up, so they must be green obviously, but then they also must have 5% or more percent change, and there is some very specific chart criteria that must be met. For example, RIDE did not meet that chart criteria. INDI did. There was a couple of others. So let's take a look at the video and you'll see what I traded. So AMTX, that was up on the screener very early in the morning. It made a really extreme high in the pre-market. So I marked that level out. That level must be broken in order to take a trade. It never was, at least as far as, or as long as I was trading this morning. And then HUT also looked like it might go, but it did not meet all of my chart criteria to take a trade. GOGO looked like it was going to make a nice run this morning as well, but before I took a trade on GOGO, well, I did not take a trade on GOGO, let me say that right off the bat. I was looking to after a pullback, but I'll show you what happened a little bit later. So INDI, so this was cutting it pretty close because GOGO just met my criteria to look for an entry, but as that was playing out, I was looking at my screener. And one thing I didn't love about GOGO was the volume wasn't really there compared to the average volume. And INDI had a much greater relative volume, so the daily volume was much greater than its average volume, especially compared to GOGO. And then when I opened up the chart, it looked like it was trading out of nowhere. And this could kind of go either way, but generally it's a good thing when you see volume kind of coming in out of nowhere and the price action moving out of nowhere like this. You just have to be strategic with your entry, and then also make sure that you don't get overly excited about something like this, because that could lead to breaking your plan. So don't let a huge run like we're seeing right here on INDI get you emotional and say double down on your trade or go all in or do something silly like that. Just do the same thing that you do on every single trade, because no matter how enticing or good the setup looks, it can always fail. So let's check out what happened here on INDI. That's my cat. So this yellow line is the high from the previous day, and obviously it broke out above that level. I was keeping an eye on both of them. I still wasn't quite sure which one I was going to enter on. Now let me show you what happened on INDI. This is kind of interesting. So I did not even get a chance to put my lines out yet before I realized my entry is triggered. So here's what happened. We broke through the previous high. We established a high of day all on the same candle, and then we pulled back on the next one and established, well, so that one actually broke out through that first high of day and then pulled back. So I didn't have these lines in the correct place at this moment because everything was kind of happening fast. And then you could see that the top of that candle got broken out. So that was actually my entry. So I tried to get in when the price pulled back down to my entry. So as soon as, basically, if the price is just above that yellow line, that is where I'm supposed to take an entry. So that's it right there. You saw where the price was, and then I got filled a little bit higher, and that's to be expected because this thing is very volatile. But I did everything right as far as my plan goes. I waited till the price was exactly where I wanted to get in at, and just got filled a little bit higher. And then the stop loss, I again move that into place. That is so important, especially in a volatile stock like this. You could get flushed out very easily. So once that happens, then I can start calculating my profit target and get that into place. I use my 2-hour calculator. Let's see, this actually right here, I'm calculating my ideal entry, which was 1208. So that was my, if I didn't get any slippage, that's where I would have gotten in. So I'm putting out my kind of would-be profit target if I would have gotten my ideal entry. And if that gets hit and I get stopped out, then I have to stop trading. So, but that did not happen. Let's see what happened here. So this thing's looking pretty strong. It almost hit my ideal profit target, or the profit target that would be with my ideal entry. But not quite. Now it's coming back down, looking weak. Again, there's nothing for me to do at this point. I've already committed to this trade. I don't judge it once I'm in it. It met my criteria to take the entry, and now I am just letting it play out. And there's only two possible outcomes here. Either I get stopped out at -1R, or my 2R profit target gets hit. So looking kind of choppy. And it looks like it can't break out over that 1250 level. It looks kind of weak. But again, I don't worry about any of that stuff once I'm in the trade. There we go. Now we got to pop over. Let's just see that in real time. Pops over 1250. Still did not hit my profit target that I would have chosen had I got my ideal entry. Where there it just hit it. But it may have not filled because it was right on the cent and it's kind of bouncing around. So now it probably would have filled on that candle. So that means that at this point, if it comes all the way back down and stops me out, I'd have to stop trading for the day, even though it's only my first trade. But it's breaking out through that level. Now it's 7 cents shy of my profit target. And now it's coming back down. And now it's reversing, and there we go. It hits my profit target. Let me show you that in real time. So we're at 1259. I think it pops up pretty quickly here. There's 1260. $12.64, and there we go, 1270, and I'm done. I'm all done for the day. So it was a nice one and done day that went to my 2R profit target. That's ideal. So I'm up 2R for the day. Again, I'll go over all of the results so far. We're now 20 trades into this test, and we're doing okay so far. Definitely no reason to stop trading this thing. We need to take it to 100 trades to decide whether it's really profitable or not. And when we get there, we'll let you know. As always, you got to go into every single trade with a plan, just like I did here, and stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you could be green. Take care.